Okay, so what we have here is we have the VoxBox by Mark Coultous. I hope I pronounce his name properly. Let me just stop this now. Okay, we have a plasma ball here. I'm using this like an EM pump type thing. I will go more into the hypothesis behind this at a later date, because it's a short video that we are doing here. Bluetooth speaker. Basically, I was using this just to make sure that we were getting high readings from this. I want this to pump out for a specific reason, and I will definitely go into that in a future video and tell you what I'm up to. So it will give readings there, and I'm recording just now because I am testing this now. The good thing about this is that Mark, I spoke to Mark today extensively over message, because I found out that he has a bank B here where we input our own audio. So I have spent the day taking audio and slicing it. I've sliced it up, I've reversed it. It's sitting at 200 milliseconds. So, you know, some words might come through, but I highly doubt it. I'm not hearing anything, I'm hearing bit sounds. And I'm just getting ready to run a quick tester now that we have this in place. A lot of people are asking about the app and Bank B and how to put your own stuff into Bank B. So I'm doing this as a quick video. I'm not going to do much editing at all, just to give you a quick view of this. So up here you see this Haunted Scotland Bank B. This is the files. Okay. This is just to show you that the files, and as you can see we have 17,000 of them, are all 2 seconds long. They come from audiobooks. Some of them are reversed. None of them should be words. Okay. Now the only caveat I have is obviously we can't guarantee that maybe the word it would come through, or I, you know, these kind of things may come through because they are short words and it's set to 200 milliseconds. I don't hear anything at this point. I have went through the files. I haven't went through every single one of them. I've sampled a lot of them on the way down, that file that you see here, and I've had a listen, and I've let my team members know, listen at 5 Paranormal, and yeah, you'll get used to the sounds anyway. Why I'm saying this is because I'm actually going to give you access to these files for the people who don't have the time to go and source their own files. I could tell you how to source the files. Very easy. You know, you would take possibly an audiobook that you may have there, and you would use WavePad. It's a free online software. You would bring, say, a 5-minute clip in. You would then go to split, and then you set it very small. You don't even want it in the seconds. These files here are 200 milliseconds, and I done that for the specific reasons I wanted no words, no full words to come through. I wanted any spirit communication by spirit to be them having to rearrange these sounds to make words or to produce an imprint onto the device, either through E.V.P. or whatever means they use, whether it be electromagnetic energy or whatever. But I didn't want full words to come through. I want to try and randomize it as much as possible. So anyway, not to go on too much, these are the files here. Now what I have done, so I have put them onto my website, onto a specific page that I'm going to give access to in the description box below. You go on there, you can look at the video that blew my mind away. You can look at, you see this video I'll put on there, and I will put zip files on there as well that you'll just click on and download the zip files. You could do that to start with, and then you could progress onto your own files for your own peace of mind, which I've had to do. You know, and the reason why I got this app was for the specific reason of Bank B being accessible for me to put files into and not relying on other people's banks. so that I knew for a peace of mind that what I was getting through was really unique to the location that I go to. I can't waste any time on going down cul-de-sacs and blind alleys with devices and that if I don't have that 100% trust in them. And you've got to have that. Even 90% trust, you still have 10% where you're saying, is it an embed? You know, is there something I'm missing here? So that's why. Now, to cut to the chase, to go over here, why we've got this open, people are asking, how do you access Bank B? Now, as you know, you can push record on the device, keep your finger on it, and you can have your audios going in that way. It's going to be a long process to do it that way, but it's a very good way of doing it if you want to do it quick. You want to add some to that file. It's a good setup. But even better, if you attach your device, which I've done here with the tablet that I always use on location, you'll see it here with my name and the tablet name. So basically clicking this just brings you in. It will give you card or tablet. Some of you may not have a SD card. I've got one installed there. So you would really come in, you would hit tablet or phone if you're using a phone to do this. And you see this file here named banks. Click in there and let that populate. So just give it time, because obviously there's a lot of files in there. It'll probably be quicker when you first start. Now you've got AMP Bank and User Bank, A and B that you see on the app. It's that simple. Now A is the files that Mark has put in there, and he's got a lot of files in there, and you can use Bank A if you wish to do that. That is not a problem. But this is the one for the people who are interested, who are going deeper here. This is your User Bank B. So let's go in here now. This will probably take a while to populate. Actually, it's been actually quite quick today. Now, when you first come in here, there will only be two files there. One is a text document that if you open it up, Mark will give you instructions on dragging and dropping your files over to there and what you need to know. That is there. The other one is just a blank 0 bytes, no media file, which I think, if I studied correctly, is just so that your media device on your phone doesn't start pulling your bit sounds into your sound players and things, and you know, you need that file to be in there as well. Or take it out, up to yourself, but yeah. So you've got your files that you're going to drag and drop over. So say you get the files from my website, what you're going to do, I've had to do them in those smaller sections. It's a lot easier for uploading, for dragging and dropping over. You're going to unzip the file. You're going to check the files to make sure I've not embedded anything in there, which, you know, I can assure you I have not. But if you want to go through and check them all, if you're really cynical about the whole thing, yeah, I mean, you can do it and put a video up and show it. And just to show you, these are the same files. This is what... Yeah. So this is what I've been using, okay? So we have went from... And you can see I've got quite a lot in there as well. I don't know exactly how much I have in there. 6,000? I thought I had 10,000. I've got 6,000 in there. I think I've got another file to put over. And the good thing about this, you can change up. You can put different files in. I'm not going to do that though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the same set of audios in there for a while. And the reason I'm going to do that is I need to understand if there's any sounds coming through that do sound like words together and it's repeating itself, so I can get them out. And the reason why I'm saying that is it's for pareidolia. It's for, and others will know this as matrixing, where your brain starts making patterns and thinking that there is communication when there's not. So I've got to be very careful with that. I mean, you're always going to get an element of that. I mean, you can't get away from it. But I'm going to be listening carefully to the sounds. I've done this with EchoVox for 4 years, where I got so used to some of the sounds, I knew what was a capture and what wasn't a capture. And that is just keep going with it and keep using it. So that's one thing you've got to understand. Another thing I'm going to put in here quickly as well. See, when you're using that app, if you could possibly put the slider all the way up to 2000 milliseconds, that slows it. And you want to do that because if you're trying to listen live, you're not going to hear it. And even more so, if you see the video that I've put into this video, where you hear me asking about Mark Coultous, and is that his name, and then me being told I talked to him, I didn't hear that at the time. Now, that one you see there, that is on my Samsung S8 Edge phone. I actually filmed it, and at the same time I was recording the device that you see. The initial video I put out was straight from the device, and it was when it was analysed. And then I'm so glad that I had the phone capture as well, because some in the community or some outside the community who don't like this kind of work, we're obviously going to say that I put something in there during analysis, or because I didn't film it. I do generally film things at times for quickness and to keep the attention of people on the channel. I generally would put a picture up and you'll just see the captures that I get. I'm going to change that slightly in the future because people are really interested in the audio. I'll do a separate video filming the whole lot from start to finish so that you could pick them out. Another thing that I used to do in the past, I know I'm going slightly off here, but another thing that I used to do in the past is if I was ever along at an event and I'd done some EchoVox at the time, I would keep the raw file and put it onto my website for skeptics to download and analyse themselves, and then I would do my analysis and put that out. Because some people, you're like, no, yeah, you didn't get that, you didn't film it, blah blah blah. The raw file's there you go. Locate the position, I'll give you the position, and that's it. So you're going to drag your files, so you'll have your selection file, just say this was a file you downloaded or your own one, and you'll just basically drag and drop it over into that user bank. That's it. That's all you're going to do. It's going to take a while. It took me a day because I done phone and tablet, and I put a lot of file. I think I put 10,000 in the phone, and I think we just said 6,000 into the tablet. So there's quite a lot to move over. I think Mark said to me, just always make sure you've got quite a lot of clips in there. Just get quite a lot in there. And if Spirit's there, give them a chance to work with something, whether that be frequencies, vibrations, whether that be embedding or whatever. So basically that is it for putting it over. So you're going to attach your device. Let me just back out of here. You're going to attach your device, you're going to click on it, you're going to go into whatever you're using, you're going to find banks, you're going to click it, and you're going to go to user bank. You're going to only have 2 files in there. Check it out, be skeptical, check it out, and drag and drop your files over. Wait till it's done. You're going to close it down, get your tablet or your phone, and start running tests and see how it sounds. Put it on. What you do is you're going to click it to make sure it's on B. I like to put all 4 channels on, 1, 2, 3, 4. So put all 4 on. It's up to you. You can randomise it. You want just 1 and 2 on. Play around until you get your own settings. Put the 4 channels on. Slide it along to make it slower if you're like me and you like to try and source some things live. Start listening, but record your session. I can't emphasize this enough. Record your session. I seen some people writing on Google Play, all I hear is sound banks towards this device and other devices in the past, and I'm thinking, did you record it? Did you take it into Audacity or Adobe Audition, and did you see if there was anything embedded between the sounds lower down like EVPs? No, probably not. They thought they were just going to get pure telephone straight to Spirit World first time, and that was it. That's not going to happen that way. We have to play around with these things and take it from there. So that's how you do it. I'm not going to stop now. I'm going on too much. If you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you. Get onto the website, get the files if you need them, and that's it. So I will see you for the next video. I have one that I'm trying to make just now from Rest Enith Priory up in Arbroath. It was associated with the Pictish people. Very energetic land, goes back to I think around about the 1100s, if not earlier. I did do a session there. I did record it on video and on device. I have not analysed it yet. I'm going to do that today, and so there'll be a video coming soon. So thank you.